Hello, this is Edward from Bricksmaven, and welcome to part 27 of developing a one-page wellness spa website in Bricks. In the previous video, we built the first service pattern, so that one is done now. So in this video, we're going to build a second one, and this second video, we're actually going to build two. I'm going to divide them into two different patterns. Because that would just be easier to pick, because they're actually two different designs eventually. We have the first one where the cards are expandable once you over them, and we have a second example where the cards are set to full width. So let me actually show you, like this. So this is actually what we'll be doing in this video. I may not change much when it comes to the hover. So maybe in this example, I'll hide the theme, and in the in the first one, I also hide the theme. It's just basically the same. This one will be expandable, and this one will be full width. That's just basically the only difference between the two. Okay, so with that being said, let us actually dive in. Let me go into Bricks. So we have the first version here. Now I'm going to open this because I might need something from it. And then I'm referring to this intro section. Oh, by the way, I forgot to rename this. So I'll do that real quick. Might even cut this part out. Just rename this. Guided section. This is guided section 1. I obviously need to go here, copy this. Anything I need to change? Okay. Search for it. What is going on? Okay, that didn't go well. Let me copy it again. TWS guided no uppercase, guided section 1. Rename, save. Why is it showing these two? That's weird. Guided section 1 already exists. Okay, and why is it not changing? Okay, I'll just leave it be then. It's not changing here for some reason. Okay, wait, so if this already exists, like guided section 1, I'll have to delete this obviously. So delete and delete, and then I would then need to search for BM feature and then change these. BM feature 50. Rename. Okay. Okay, so I've renamed every section now, and the only thing is, I need this information, so I'm going to keep this open. So let's go further. Let me create a new pattern. Service 2 will be service 2. It will be a section. The template tag will be pattern, and the template bundle will be service. Call it service. I'll add this and I'll publish it. Okay, let's open it up. This is actually a very simple section to build. So what I'm going to do here is actually we're going to build it ourselves. There's no pattern. I don't need to drag in a pattern. So this will be guided section 2. And what I need now is a intro section. So I'm going to search for the intro section. See, it doesn't show my images. Well, come on. It should show my images correctly. By the way, guys, let me know if you guys have that when you use the remote template and you search for a specific pattern and then you see a different thumbnail. It's really annoying. Okay, now it doesn't show anything at all, or it still has to load them. Anyways, I need the I need the centered one. We're gonna wait for it to load. Okay, we don't need any accent heading. We're gonna copy the title, bring that in. And then we're going to copy the text and also bring this in. Okay, we're moving, and then we just need the CTA block. I'll copy this exact one and paste it in here. And I need the CSS styling that I used here to center it. Bring it here. Okay, I don't have any. I've not given it any class yet, so I'm going to do the following: TWS guided section 2, and this is intro. And here I'm going to add that class so that it's to center the button. And on this same class, I'll give it a container gap. No, that is wrong. What did I do? What did I do here? I had an intro wrapper. Oh, okay, I see. I wrap this in a block, and this has to be out of the intro so that it works. And this, oh, I selected everything. Intro wrapper. I added this class is on the wrong spot, so I'm going to just copy this class and put it on the intro wrapper. This can go, and we can put it on the intro wrapper. And I'm also going to call this intro wrapper. And here I'll add the container gap. Save. Okay. Okay, let's look at our design. Most requested treatment, view all treatment. Okay, so this has to be the secondary color. So we now run into an issue, but no problem, because I can add that as a variant. But first things first, okay, so I noticed something the last time. I did not have the ability to actually to add a prop to the label of the button, so I'm going to do that now. I'll probably just fast forward this section. Okay, so now I've made all the changes. I've added all the props. I added them in groups, and it's now it's a better overview than I had before. So now you can switch to light, and you can also switch to secondary, as you can see. And if I actually turn this off, you can see them both. So we have our light version and we have our secondary version, and everything is available. We can make the changes. We can turn off, turn on. For now, I turn this off, save, and let's go. By the way, no, this is good. Save. Okay, this should be this should be view all treatment. So on our secondary, no, on our primary, it should say view all treatments. And obviously we can now add a link, and we can also add an icon, and we can obviously turn it off. Okay, so this button is very versatile. Okay, now that we've done that, let's now start building our full width grid service cards, I mean. Okay, now I'm contemplating if I should create a new container, or I will create a new container. I'll do this in a new container. But first things first, I have still not created my class, so let me do that first. I'm doing this not the way I intended it to do it. So this should be container. This should just be the main container. Wait, have I used this before? Why is it height 100%? What? Where have I used this before? Okay, this doesn't make sense. Grid 2? Huh. Where is the styling coming from? Have I... Wait, let me see here. This guided section 1. I've never used 2, so where is this coming from? I've not used guided section before. Even on these cards. Service cards, not even guided section 2. Oh, sorry, this is service. What am I doing? Oh, I made a mistake. I created all this stuff. I hope I didn't. Wait, I'm gonna remove this. I'm not gonna touch them. I'm making a mistake. It's supposed to be service. I have a guided section in my head. This is service 2. Did I name this also guided section? That would be like a mistake. Wow. Okay. Guided section. Oh, that's why it said. Oh, that's why it said it already existed. Have I broken my card? Oh. Oh no. Okay, we need to go back, guys. We need to go back and see. What have I done? What have I done? I've broken it. Oh my goodness. Okay. I only removed 2 classes, so I think I can fix it real quick. So this should be, wait. Oh man, it's terrible. Okay, I'm just gonna add it back. So TWS guided section 1, guided section 1, yes. And I think I'm gonna just skip this part too. Okay, the section, as you can see, is fixed again. So everything is on the right place. Oh man. Okay, so this is done. So you guys know this is fixed again. So let's continue and go back to look at this, how it looked. Can't believe it. So this is service. This is service 1, and this had to be, oh man, I need to like rename the whole thing. This is service 1, and this is the container. Wow. And I need to add a container gap here. Okay. Wow, we can't even start with our actual section. I'm just have to fix stuff. Unbelievable. I think I need to also, yeah, see, there you go. Guided section intro wrapper. It didn't have a, I think I can change this safely. This is service 1. And guided section again, intro. Did I, wait, I just need to check. I just need to be sure. Guided section, the guided section, did I create a specific class? I'm not sure. I don't think so. No, I didn't. Okay, so it's safe. So I can also rename this to service, just service 1. Okay, what else? Okay, nothing here. And this also needs to be renamed to service 1. And the card also needs to be named to service 1. Service 1. Awesome. And I think this is it. I think we're done. I think we fixed everything. Phew. Okay. Everything is working as intended. It's all going down. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so now let's look at the service 2. What are we doing here? Let me add that. This is service 2. And let me just copy this over. I need to make some more changes. This is service container. This intro wrapper, guided section 2. Okay, so let's check the guided section 2. Did I create any extra styling there? If not, I need to be cautious when renaming, and I don't think so. Guided section heading, guided section content, guided section container. Okay, so let's see. Guided section, nope. Intro wrapper, intro. Okay, I can change all these. This is service. I bet if you're watching this, you're like, oh, dude, you're renaming it wrong. Okay, service, intro. And everything is good this time. Okay, so this will be the service container. Let's call it service container. Service to service container. Okay, so now I have a service container, and in this service container, I want my, obviously have a block in it, and this block will contain the cards, and this same block will also be set to the container width or the content width to make sure that the content stays in the middle, right? And I think I need it for the, no, I need it for the second version. The first version, this first version is full width, so actually a container width is not needed. Yeah, anyways, let us continue. So basically, if there's no, wait, you just put this block here, does it stretch obviously to the, okay, I don't need that. I don't need this service container. Let me think, what do I want to do? You know what, I'll use the service container as the parent for the cards, for the service cards. So this would just be yeah, this would just be actually the grid or the list, and I'll set this to, yeah, this has to be 100%, or in this case it will have to be 100 viewport width. It would be nice if I had like a, I need to have like a max content, because you don't want this to stretch all the way. And if I remove the gutter here, obviously this will also run into issues. The container run into issues. I would need to add a gutter here. It just get really annoying. Anyways, let's move forward. So this is set to 100 VW. I need to set the margin to minus 50 VW to push it back, and then set the left to 50%, and obviously relative to center it. So it's now centered. And now what we're going to do is add a container gap here, so we have some gap between the intro section and our service list. This is supposed to be an unordered list, because this is going to be a list of cards, and obviously I'm going to be using a grid. Do we need a gap? Does it have a gap? Yes, there's a gap. So we just add that grid gap in, and we set this to 3 columns, so it's split in 3. I obviously need to remove the padding, so move this padding, set this to 0, set this to 0, and then I'm going to bring in my service card. So I just drop that in. That's the first one, and I have to do some tweaking on the CSS, because in this case the cards are not, they don't have a rounded corner, so I need to remove that, and the width has to be 100%, so I need to make some changes. So let me just dive into the card and immediately go to, I could also make a variant where there's no rounded corners and where the width is full width. Maybe that's even easier to do. So I'm going to just call, this is a full width, I'll say full width, and this is fixed width. Yeah, I think I'll call it that. And on the full width on the card, I want to, okay, let's go on the ID. On the border, let me see, is it how this is set up? Okay, so I just basically remove the radius, so set it to 0. So it's 0 all around, and on the width, the width is set 480. So here I just set it to 100%. Okay, so this is a oh man, it seems I need to make more changes because the animation is different now because the width has changed. Okay, which is not an issue. Okay, let's just adjust for it first. Let me see what I'm working with. Is it, wait, let me see if this is because there's no video. So let me just grab the video first. I need, which video is it? This is a oh, by the way, I'm using images here. So on the service, I'm not using video but images. Okay, so I have images there. I can just grab them. So let's go to our card. Let's turn off the video. Let's bring back the background. And the first one is this one. Insert that. Oh, basically, it just reaches the full width. Okay, so it's working now. Okay, so it was the video that was pushing the card up. I thought it would be an issue, but now we basically have the first card in, and I do not need the member card doesn't need to show. So this is basically what we're seeing. Although we're seeing this icon, I didn't really think of a setup here. So for me, the icon can show once you hover over the cards. I'm content with that. So let me just quickly just duplicate this and add the images that belong to the cards, and then I can bring in the text, etc. Okay, so we put her in, she's in the middle, and we change the last one, which is this dude. Okay, so I have them in. Okay, I'm going to add the content, so I'm just going to skip ahead. So I'm just going to add the content first. Let's go. As you can see, everything is set, and I like this the way it turned out. So all I need to do is now make sure that it looks good on different breakpoints. So this could be acceptable. It's just that it's going to become even tighter, right? So okay, it could be acceptable. Let's say here it then stacks. So I set it to grid 1. It stacks. It's still pushing on the sides. I could then here opt for I can bring the gutter here. I can add a gutter. Just add a gutter to it, so that it's not pushing up on the sides. And eventually we end up with this, which is pretty, yeah, it's pretty good, pretty decent. So this is the full width version, as you can see. Okay, so now this is done. I think what is wise to do, since I'm using this, I'm gonna actually make this. I made a typo here. I'm gonna make this just general. I'm not gonna set it to 2. I'm just gonna say service intro, because I'm gonna reuse this. I don't want this to be stuck to this specific card, so I can copy this over to the next one, because I'm going to build the second one immediately. So let's just keep it moving. So I'm going to leave this open. I'm going to start, take this off. I'm going to open, where is my, here. Okay, so this is going to be service 3. I'm going to do the third one. Section, this is a pattern, add, and this is a service. Publish it, and let's open it up. Okay, so let's see now. For this one, I need to bring in a pattern. I'm going to first check. This was the one that expands, but I just need to know which Wait. Okay, take this off. I think this is feature. I just need to find out which number it is. Then we can just go back to bricks. So this is feature. Scroll down. I'm sure that this is not a oh, here it is. So this is 51. Okay, so let me go back to my design. This is the feature 51. So let's go to the remote template, search for feature, and let me just grab 51 wherever it is. 51 is here. I'm just gonna drag that in, reject it. Okay, it comes with an intro section, but we are going to use our own. I'm gonna copy this and drop it here, bring it to the top, remove the intro section I just brought in because we need this, and this is what I'm talking about, right? But this card have some CSS on it already, so I will need to think of how I'm going to incorporate this, because look, it's a whole lot of stuff that comes with it. Obviously there's some, I mean, the interaction and stuff. I actually just need the expanding part right on the card. So I might have to create a specific variant for my service cards that incorporates this. So where I actually added that content, let me just find out where I expand card on hover. Okay, here. This is min width, so it's on the min width it stops, obviously. Okay, so that is actually where I incorporated it. Well, first things first, what did I do here? Okay, focus visible. I actually really need this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to bring my card in, and it might already cause some chaos once I bring it in. So let's see what happens. So this is my service card. Obviously it's not expanding due to the because it doesn't have that styling on it. Okay, so I need to figure this out. I'm going to copy the, I'm going to just copy the code. I'm seeing all the stuff I did here. Content height, where did I even use it? I created some locally scoped variables, but I'm trying to see what I did with it. Content block margin. Okay, so I give it it has a height, margin block end. What does this do? Oh, okay. Okay, I see what I did. Okay, I need this, and I'm going to go to, I'm going to just delete all my cards. I don't need, you know what, I'll keep this for just to be sure that I maybe need something from it. And then let's go to, I'm going to create a new variant. This one is called expand. I'll just call it expand. And let's go to variants, and on expand, we already have all this CSS sitting here on the style. Okay, but for the expand version, I want to add something specific. So this, so it says root hover width 75%. Okay, let me see what's on the feature grid. See what I did there. Okay. And on the card, I think I added a specific width or something. I did something on these cards. I can't seem to remember what I did. Okay, 75%. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so I just had to look at a few things, and I added the transition here. Obviously, overflow is set to hidden. I think the overflow was already set to hidden. Yeah, so I can actually take that off. And just one more thing I need to do to make sure that this works. This has to go. And I need to change this because we have a max width. Because look, now that I set the transitioning, it actually works. It's expanding, but it has a fixed max width. So this inline size, I'll set it to 75%. I'll copy this. And then set this to max inline size. And now it expands, you see? So it expands now. So I can go back and actually delete this card and then duplicate and duplicate again. And I need to set this to expand, expand, and to expand, and yeah. It is expanding, but the others are not shrinking because they still have that max width on it. So wait, let me save. I need to fix that. So let's go into expand, and I'm going to actually change the, I'm going to, oh wait, on the max inline size actually has to be, it's 450. So since it's in it's a flex, if I set this to 100%, let me go back. Can I wait? Something is not adding up. Okay, so I finally got it to work. I had to really check what the issue was. And so I removed the max inline size, and I also removed the size that was on the root here on the max. I also added max inline size here. I removed it, and I went to the layout here, and I actually unset the size because it was reverting back to the 480 pixels. So it was not growing longer than that. So I had to remove this and set this to 50%. So all the cards are 50%. And once you hover over one card, it actually, the rest shrink. So that is the whole goal here. And I'm going to remove the team member because it was not part of the design here, so that's to go. And I actually don't like how it's coming in for some reason. Anyways, I'm taking that off, and I'm also removing the video because we don't need that. I'm adding a background image. I'm also remove video here, and the same for the last card. I'm basically just going to add the same images that I did on the first version. So we add this one. We're going to add this one to it, and as last we add the guy. Okay, so now I'm going to just fast forward here, add the content in, and then we're basically done with this video. So okay, so I've added all the content in now, and this is the end result. So let's look at it on the front page. By the way, I've not even looked into, what's it called, the different breakpoints. Here we go. So I have some things to clean up here. I think I need to set, so once it's here, I need to set it to 100%. What have I done? 50%. So this should be 100, and it still has that. Oh, I have to remove I have to set it to min width. So I need to go to the CSS here and remove this with a media query on the. I basically don't need this. Just add media. Oops. And then set this to min width. Come on, 767 pixels. So now it should be good. Now it all works. I should basically actually remove it here to. Yeah, I'll just let it start at 991. Yeah, so this is good. Okay, so we're basically done. This section is done. So now we have, let me remove this. So basically we have the first one. This one is done with the hovers, and then it all collapses. And we have the second one, which is full width, and then we have the last one, which expands. So that's basically the 2 extra service patterns that we created. And I hope this also was educational again. I hope you learned a lot. Please like, share, comment, leave your thoughts behind. Let me know what you think. And I will see you in the next video where we look at the last service section, which is service 4. Oh, wait, I always show it at the last moment, which section will be buildings. That's this one with the sticky intro section and the overlapping cards on the side. So this is what we'll be building the next video. Okay, thanks for watching and have a very nice day. Bye-bye.